We all know that there are just certain people here on earth who are not going to respect our boundaries, understand our boundaries, no matter how much we communicate the boundaries with them. They have just told themselves that they are going to deal with us in whatever way, how they think or they understand, whether the way that they deal with us affects a person's mental health at the end of the day. For them, as long as they get what they want. These are sometimes a group of people who, as long as they get, they never give. Whether you give them to such an extent that you pour from an empty cup, they never even realize that your cup is empty. Welcome guys to my channel. My name is Kinelwe. Today I'm going to talk about how to deal with unreasonable people. This is a lesson that I learned a lot last year. I've learned to say no, and it's been hard. It's not an easy thing. When you understand your assignment, your purpose, why you are here on earth, and you want to achieve certain things, there are certain things that you need to do, no matter how hard, no matter how painful, no matter how difficult they are. But you need to understand at the end of the day that you were called alone. This was not a conference call. Certain people were not called with you. They will not understand the journey that you are going to. You have tried to pull them to you. There is a time and a season in life where Lord must go for you to see clearly. And when I started understanding this, I had to sit down and review my life so much that when you die for you. When you live for the purpose and the assignment that which God has called you for. When you already have a nature of availing yourself to doing things for people, and you find this particular group of people, certain types of people, who as much as you do things for them, they just do not seem to understand or get to a point where they tell you that now it's enough. They just keep on getting, they cannot even say enough now. You have given us too much, you have done a lot. I do know that giving, being a good person, availing yourself to people who are in need, it's a blessing. But the blessing should not be to such an extent that you do yourself a disservice. This particular group of people is those kind of people, whether you keep on doing, whether your cup is full or empty, for them it's as long as you give. But when you do understand that in this earth, you are here on a call, here on a purpose, here to serve the mission which God has called you for. There will be a time when Lord has to go. There will be a time and season that certain relationship has to end. And it was very difficult for me to understand and to accept that there will be a people who will not go with me to the next level, who will not go with me to the next season. But I've also learned and understood that I'm in people's life for a season. They are also in my life for a season. And as difficult as it was, but I've come to an understanding that life is in season, life is in phases. How I usually deal with this type of people, unreasonable people, I just say no, like kids do. I say no and I keep it moving. Or sometimes I just say I don't have or I don't know. That's a level of them assimilating what you're trying to communicate with them. Once they get to a point where they understand that you do not know how to do anything, don't have anything, you don't know any place, you will see they will free up a certain space from you. They will give you space. That's when now you know that whenever you give, because the nature of giving is in you already, you give, but you don't open up a room where people overcrowd your mind with their problems, their issues. By the end of the day, some of these people, these are people sometimes who come around one day and ask you that you have been working for 20 years. What do you have? When you look at your life, actually, you do realize that, yes, I have been working for 20 years. What do I have? You have nothing. For us to make it in this life, we need to understand that people are different. There are those group of people who are just going to get from you, whether you have or you don't have, whether your cup is full or is not full, whether you are breaking down, as long as they get what they want. And those group of people, they are not even the kind of people, even when you are down, you can call them so that they can come and help you. I have learned to say no. I have learned to say I don't have. I have learned to say I don't know what you're talking about. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that dealing with unreasonable people, You just have to stoop to the level of their understanding what you're trying to communicate, and that is, I don't have, I don't know. What are you talking about? Even if you do know that what they are talking about, you understand it, you've heard them clearly. But remember, these are not people you can sit down and have a mutual, normal conversation with them about boundaries, what you want to achieve. You need space, you are not doing well, your mental health is affected at a particular season. So you need to communicate with them the way how they understand communication for you to achieve your goals and your success. At the end of the day, you live for an audience of one. You are answerable to yourself. I ask myself this question, Kinelo, will you be proud to answer the question, have I lived well in the next 20, 30 years? And I do know that last year when I asked myself this question, have I lived well? It was a question that I wasn't proud to answer because I did not even understand why I haven't lived well. Have I achieved the things I want to achieve? Have I done the things I want to do? When you audit your life and know exactly the goal, the plans, where you want to be, where you want to go, where you want to travel, there will be times and seasons, people that has to go. We will not be able to see clearly if we continue to keep Lot around us. There will be time and season where Lot has to go. Certain relationships has to come to an end. Certain people, we need to put them on a pause, but we need to do so in applying wisdom when we do that. But the truth of the matter is there will be those kind of people in our lives, and there's nothing we can do, but we need to understand how they understand communication. If I don't have, I don't know, I'm not going there. No, it's the kind of communication they understand. That communication has to be applied. Building boundaries with unreasonable people has never really been easy. It's not something that is easy. Some of these people, they are family, they are acquaintances, they are people within your close relations that sometimes, no matter how much you communicate your boundaries, you communicate a certain level of respect that you need, they have just told themselves that they are not going to understand it. But the more you say no, the more you say I don't have, the more you say I don't know that place, I don't know what you're talking about, the more that thing is going to enter into their heart, and the more you are going to have a bit of a peace of mind to achieve the assignment, the purpose, and the goal that which you want. We all know that this year, a lot of good things are happening, a lot of good things are going to happen, a lot of bad things are happening. And if we are not going to cut certain things, certain people, certain places, I don't see how we are going to harvest bountifully at the end of the year.